Sorry?
Class and variables.
Variables and strings.
Yesterday we have discussed about what are the topics we have discussed yesterday.
Oops
Class,
concepts.
variables, strings, oops concept.
Strings.
Oops concept and
Strings.
Strings.
class, object,
Object,
variable,
variable,
value,
Value.
and data type.
Data.
In the data type, we have seen the string. Yesterday, did you guys complete the assignment?
yes ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Said yes.
Shruti here.
Okay, can you share your screen?
Must be here.
Asavi, can you share your screen? Asavi, go ahead and share your screen.
Here is my screen.
Show me the assignments that you have completed.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. One second, ma'am. Let me open.
So, we are teaching system.
Here my assignments.
Settings.
This is open. Student name. Create a student name. Assignment is here.
Okay, show me the execution part.
Okay. Sorry, actually it is getting stuck. Can I show in my homework pad? Like I have done executions and everything. Give me a second. So sorry.
Yeah. Sapna, have you completed?
Yes, ma'am, I have completed.
Okay,
I
can
have
you
done in the
share your
anonymous
screen?
window. I have not done in the class, ma'am. I have created.
Okay. That's okay, Vasavi. I'll go through this documentation. That's fine.
I'm so sorry. It getting stuck. I don't know what is happening with my laptop.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've sent you. I've shared you.
Yeah. Shruti, can you share your screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Is it visible?
Yeah.
Vintage. Create variable, assign a location.
Mhm. String s name equal to location and s location name is Amirpet. Okay, System.Debug. Now show me that code P2 printer print percentage. Why it is a print percentage? Show me that.
This with the location.
No, what is a P2 print percentage? Show me that code.
This is for the percentage, ma'am, which
So why you are combining with the above code? Is that logic? No, open the class P2 print percentage. Class, you need to open the class. Copy the class name and search for it. Below you have a filter, right? The last one. Yeah, open that P2 print percentage. Okay, P2 print percentage is where you are printing the education and percentage. Now scroll up. And you are here string s name s location system.debug. Then you are giving the P2 print percentage. What is the reason you are combining from 12 to 16? 12 to 14 is a location and 15, 16 is a percentage.
actually I have written the code.
Where is your location code? the location class. Open the location class. No, that's not.
Class is not open.
Copying this, you are overwriting the existing class.
Okay. That is what yesterday some mistakes happened. So
So if
whenever
you
I'm
see
going
here,
to a new, I sometimes override this and here in the text
don't do
code.
that. No, don't do it. Close this. Close the anonymous window. Close the P2 print percentage. Close the P2 print percentage class. On top you have opened, right? Let's close it. Say yes. And close this also. Everything close it. File, click on your file. Click on file. You have an option called close all. Now close it. Yes, say yes. That's okay. You have unsaved files, but that's okay. Close it, everything. Now file, new, Apex class, and specify your program name, print location, P3 print location. There. Now add your code here. Whatever you have pasted previously, paste it here. Okay, save it. You need to save the code, compile it.
Yes.
Print debug, open execute. Now scroll down, down, over the down, completely down. After 32 line, hit enter. Again enter. Now you need to specify here. Now, what you are giving string location. Now scroll down, hit enter. Now guys, yesterday whatever I have explained, you need not to create a class for that. Yesterday's class is you just need to define a string in anonymous. Define a string in anonymous. String location equal to whatever the location is there. String location. Space location. Give a location name. Specify it. It has to be in single quotes. At the end, semicolon. Now System.Debug. Open bracket and within the single quotes, user location. Single quotes, within the single quotes. Right, comma, space colon, and then plus the print the location, plus location, whatever the location, plus location. Now yesterday's class is just defining the string and printing the value. So System.Debug, you will have a hard-coded value as well as user given value. End that semicolon. Now execute it. Highlight it, click on the execute highlighted one, not that one. Execute the highlighted one. Execute highlight is nothing but if you want to execute the specific lines. Only 2 lines if you want to execute it, select that and click on the execute highlighted. Then it is going to execute the only those 2 lines. So this is the one yesterday we have seen. So you have completed all of the assignments, Shruti?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You want me to show the other ones too?
No, that's okay. Now let's start the class. Now,
Swapna,
what will
Swapna, just a small announcement. Can you everyone fill the form because we don't have your information with us, and tomorrow we will change the link. If you want to get new link, you have to fill the form. We have many people joined. We don't have their contact number or email ID to share drive access. So can you please fill just 5 minutes? So can you take list of the people, make sure everybody fill the form.
clear? Nikhil, have you filled the form? Guys, if you are not able to fill the form, so here the information is tomorrow we are going to change the link. You will not get the link. So make sure your data is with us so that we can forward you the new link. If you do not fill it, you are going to miss the new link from tomorrow onwards.
Can you open the form and check Swapna? Responses. I'm sending you a list of people who we have not filled.
Okay. Okay, Lakshmi, if it is already responded, that's okay.
Yes, ma'am. Last Salesforce survey form ఉంది కదా ma'am.
Mhm.
But recent form I am not responded, but already responded showing to me. But development class purpose, ma'am.
Okay, so let me check that. Now, the first person we
Okay.
have here, Nikhil. Nikhil, have you submitted?
Swapna, I sent you WhatsApp, the people, those who are attending and did not fill the form. I sent a list of people to in WhatsApp.
These members are already filled it. Mhm.
We need to get their information. You cannot fill the form second time. If you already filled, it will show if you have already filled. Can you call their names in the list and ask them to fill if they are
So
not
these
aware?
members are did not fill the form, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ajay? Ajay is not there. Ali is not there today. Srisha.
Madam Venkat, I filled the form, madam.
Okay.
Its complete name is Venkat Raghavendra.
I can see that.
I also filled the form, Naveen Martin.
There are 2 Venkats in the session.
Mail ID?
With the Naveen, I have filled the form.
Is this the one?
This only Naveen is there. No,
Email ID.
no, not that. No, Makne Naveen 03.
Naveen, your email ID, please.
Makineni Naveen
Again,
03.
details are there with us.
Okay, Naveen, we have it. Okay.
Swapna,
There are
It's
two.
Venkat Raghavendra.sfdc. That is my email ID, ma'am. I have
Okay.
filled the form.
There is one more Naveen. Hari Krishna or Harsha. Harsha, what's your full name?
And a simple thing is you can open the form and you can check whether you filled or not. If you don't fill, tomorrow we will not send link. Tomorrow we are changing the link. Can everyone go and fill the form? Because it is waste.
Myself, Vasavi, I didn't fill the form. I'll fill today.
Because
Right
if
on.
you fill, no,
That's
you
all.
fill now.
Yeah.
It takes 1 or 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah. Okay.
Right now you are doing Vasavi, or are you planning to complete it later?
Later I will fill after completion of class, ma'am, actually.
Swapna, could you
Gokam,
please
we
check?
have your
Could you please check 18 Ravikant? Already filled actually.
Yeah, Ravikant, we have your details.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shravanti?
Ma'am, I have a doubt, like I need to mention my mobile number.
Yes.
Actually,
Yes,
it's
WhatsApp number.
WhatsApp number.
WhatsApp number. Actually, it's a US number, right?
No problem. You can enter one in the starting. Next
Only
to
WhatsApp number, huh? Okay.
yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Shravanti.
70 not there in the session.
SRA1. Who is this SRA1?
Okay, please fill the form. So that you will get tomorrow new link. And drive access also you will get. If anybody don't have form, just open it and fill later. So now you can start session now. I hope everybody done with say homework and do hands-on with Swapna madam, whatever she is doing.
Yes, sir, we did the homework, but we have seen an Excel sheet yesterday asking us to check it if we have done the homework, but we did not find it in the link which you have sent us.
No, we will update it today.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
So you can start Swapna. Okay.
What is the class, guys? What is the class? What is the class? What is that? What we have understood from yesterday, what is the class?
It's a collection of objects which are having some identical properties and have some relation.
It's a collection of, yeah, go ahead.
Collection of objects.
It's a collection of methods and objects.
We can write the collection of methods within the single class.
Okay. How about others? What is the class?
Class is an object.
Collection of objects.
The collection of objects
that have identical properties, shared relationships, and yeah, etc.
Now
Once
next
class
one.
is defined, then we can have n number of objects.
Right. And then what is object?
Object is a local entity or it's a variable. It will be present during the execution. Help in the program execution, I mean.
Ma'am, object is an instance of a class by which we can reference a class and we can give all the give the access to the members of the class.
Others, Naveen, what is object?
In the object, we can write multiple methods.
With the object, we are naming a class.
It's an instance of class, and it is also called as local entity or variable. And it is only appears while doing runtime, like while you're executing, we used to put that object there.
The object is yeah, go ahead.
Instance of class which can access the members of a class. By using the object, we can access the members of a class.
Right. So by using its object is nothing but an instance of the class. By using the object, we can access the members of the class. Now, what is a data type? What is a data type? What is a data type?
Any
kind of
information,
information.
any kind of information is called data.
Type of information which can define the data type.
There are 4 data types as well.
So any information is called as a data. Now, what are the different type of data types we have it in the OOPS?
Primitive
There are
data.
9 types of data, ma'am.
Subject, collection.
9 or just a second. How many type of data types we have it?
There are 4 types of data
4
types.
types of data types, ma'am. Primitive as object, collection, and enumeration.
Primitive,
As object,
object,
collection, fourth one is enumeration. Enumeration. Data type.
Which one we have started?
Primitive.
Primitive we have started.
Primitive.
And what are the different data types we have in the primitive data type? What are the different types we have it in the primitive? Different primitive data
Integer,
types.
long, double, float.
String,
String,
float,
String, long, double,
long,
decimal, date and time, boolean,
boolean,
ID.
double, decimal,
integer, double, decimal, okay. Boolean,
date and time.
ID.
ID. The final one is ID. So we have a 9 different primitive data types in Apex. And what is the variable?
it is a standard keyword, ma'am. We declare it in a program. It holds different types of data.
To store the value, we are using the variable.
Okay, to store a value, we are using the variable. Variable
Store
A
value.
to hold
Variable
the
is a container which
information.
stores a value.
It stores a value.
Right. And what is the syntax for the variable?
Data type, variable name
it
is
should
equal to value.
So you have, in order to declare a variable, we need to know the data type.
Data type.
And variable name.
Equal to
Value. And at the end, semicolon. Now here, this one is a data type. Right? It could be any primitive data type. Variable, you can define any variable name, but do not use the predefined variable names. Predefined variable names. And value will be whatever the value you are assigning it. So value has to be related to the data type. If you say here data type string, value should be in the quotation. If you say data type integer, your value should be the numbers. So based on the data type, we need to pass the value. And this one is called operator. It is operator. So we have an operator which is called as a equal to. Which we have equal to. Now the block data type, we will see that later. Initially, it does not come, the block data type. So when we go to the integration, that time it will come. Or when we go to the further in the Apex class, we will see how to use the block. Basically, that is used for the attachments or to convert the data. So that's a different one. Now, the first one which we have seen yesterday is a string. Right? Today we are going to see one more is integer. Integer is to store the numbers. you can say here syntax is data type variable equal to value. That means integer num1 equal to 10, integer num2 equal to 15. So you will have a storage mechanism here minus 2 billion to the plus 2 billion. Right, so as soon as I declare the integer num1 equal to 10, so that means it is going to store the value in database. Thus, it is going to store the value in database. So these are the, like you can declare it, and as soon as you declare it, so you will have a database. Inside the database, whatever the location, so based on this data type, the location gets allocated and the location name is specified same as the number, whatever the variable name you have given, and whatever the value is there, that sits inside this storage. So by using this primitive data type, developer can write the code to define the integer and easy to read, and also we can measure it, how much storage mechanism is happening, how it is storing the data at the backend. Now let's see this. Let's go to the developer console. How to go to the developer console?
Click on the gear icon. First, we need to log in to the Salesforce app, then click on the developer console.
Developer console. How to open the anonymous window?
Click on debug and anonymous. Open it. Yes.
So what is this anonymous window means?
Here we can debug our code. How many lines of code we need to debug? Means we need to see the execution of the code. Then we are
Execution
using.
and then debug.
So this is the tool where we can test it, quickly test it and debug the code. For the developers, we use an anonymous window. Let's say I'm declaring here integer. Integer, don't write int. Usually int is the keyword, but if you go to the Java or if you go to the C++, anywhere you have it int, integer. So int, let's say here number1 equal to 10. Now click on this execute. Now it says that invalid type int. So do not use the int. You have to use a proper name which is called as an integer. All your predefined variables will have this color. All your predefined variables will have this color, integer. So now it is going to identify, yes, it is an integer value. Now similarly, I'm going to declare here integer num2 20. Integer num2 is 20. Now we can define it. Now if I execute this, click on this, execute. Otherwise, highlight these two lines, click on this, execute highlighted. Now, as soon as I click on execute highlighted, what are the executions are happening here, debug. Now you can see here, you have a different level of debugs are available. Wherever you see statement execute or a variable assignment, right now what we are doing is we are assigning the value to variable. So in the debug log, you will see the event that says variable assignment. Wherever the variable assignment is there, that means you are assigning the value to variable. How much bytes it is allocated, heap allocation 4 bytes. Right, similarly, second variable assignment num2 and heap allocation is bytes are 4. Right, similarly, heap allocation on the beginning. So how much is it is allocated, what is it is getting executed. So this is the first one. So first it will say that user info execution started. Once the execution is started, variable scope begins. Directly it will not assign the value to variable. it says that variable scope begins. That means there are variables are there and the scope of these variables are integer. So that means how much data we should be allocating. What is the heap allocation should happen for these variables. So first it will happen. Then after the heap allocation is done, then the variable assignment is going to assign. So variable 10 value 10 is going to assign it to the variable num1. Now once it is assigned, the statement execute and then it is going to execute the next line. Now on the next line, again it is going to execute the 20. So 20 value, that means 4 bytes. So it is going to assign it to the num2. So this is how the execution will happen. Now this is without debug. If you want to verify what is the variable, what is the value is assigned to variable, you can cross check here the event which says variable assignment. Now in case if you want here, let's say debug. Now I'm going to use it here. System.Debug. System.Debug. Now I'm going to give here integer value. Now I'll say here plus. In System.Debug, whenever we say plus is nothing but a concatenation. Whenever we say plus, which is nothing but a concatenation. Now I'm going to print num1. Similarly, this is the integer value 1. Now similarly, I'm going to print system.debug integer value 2. Integer value 2 num2. Now I'll highlight this, execute the highlighted one. Now here, now if you observe this, right now the logs are moved. Right now the logs are moved. User info execution is started, variable scope begins. The variable scope begins and heap allocation, everything is same. Now from the statement execute, it says that heap allocated and the variable assignment num1 10 is assigned to variable. Next again one more statement execute. After that again heap allocation will happen and there is a debug. Debug is also going to take some kind of a memory at the backend. Whenever you write a debug is also going to take some memory at the backend. That's the reason in the real time, for practice purpose, you can use the debug. But when you are pushing the code to the production, we will remove all of our debug lines. Because the debug is also going to take some kind of a memory allocation will happen for the debug as well. Right, so now here debug, now heap allocation is happened. Now if you want to see the output, click on this debug. So it says that integer value 1, 10, integer value 2 is 20. Now it is printing the individual values. Now let's say I wanted to sum up. I want to sum up these two values, whatever the two values are there. Now integer sum values equal to, now I can say here num1 plus num2. What I'm doing here, operator is a addition. I'm doing the addition here. Doing the addition. Now I can print the another one here, system.debug, where we are printing the sum values. Sum of values. Now let me execute this. Execute the highlighted one. Now click on the debug. So it is giving the sum of 30. Now let's say instead of declaring this line, instead of declaring that line, I wanted to directly do it in the system.debug. Directly do it in the system.debug. I do not want to do it separately, this line. Addition, I do not want to do it. So how can we do this? Now simply you can say here bracket num1 plus num2. So here num1 plus num2. Now let me execute this, execute the highlighted one. Click on this debug. Now it says same thing. Now are you guys, can you do it? Can you open the anonymous window and declare it integer? Let's take another one. So let's say here integer. Integer a equal to 30. Are you guys doing it with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How about Shruti?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, can you share your screen, Shruti? Can you share your screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Integer has to be a small letter.
Okay.
Integer has to be a small letters.
Even the other code you want me to write, ma'am? Integer number 1, that I was just following you. I did not write it down.
Yeah, integer a equal to 30.
Okay.
Now, are you guys aware of the pi? How to calculate the pi? Or area of calculation? What is the area of calculation? How do you do the area of calculation?
Pi by R, madam.
Length into breadth, ma'am.
Area of calculation, what are the variables we needed for the area of calculation?
Into W, madam. It's length into.
Okay,
Pi
can
r
you?
square or the
So what
circle.
is the value we need to declare it here? Shruti is going to declare. What is the value Shruti has to declare for the area of calculation?
Length and width. Length and width. She need to take the two variables.
Okay, can you do that? Shruti?
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, help Shruti on this.
If it is a rectangle, we need to go with the length and width. And here we are declaring the integer length. Instead of a, we can go with the length variable.
Data type should be decimal, madam. If it is values are getting sometimes in the points, we have to use the decimal.
Yeah, execute it and show me the output. How you will execute it now? Execute and help Shruti how you guys will be executing for the area of calculation.
Shruti, instead
Can
of
you
a, write
give
there L,
integer in the
L
place
is
decimal?
equal to 30. Integer L 30. L.
L.
Yeah, L. Instead of A, write L. Yeah. There give you a semicolon after 30. Yeah. Come down, enter. Next line. Integer, then width. W is equal to width is equal to give whichever number you want it. Give 20. Yeah. And then down. You have to calculate and both multiplication should be coming. System.Debug.
హరి పంపిస్తాను నేను ఒక 10 minutes 10 HFC
Open close bracket. Then give us then your sum. No, not sum. It will be area, right? Not a sum. Yeah, area. Yeah, is equal to space is equal to. Yeah, then after this colon, yeah, plus plus. Yeah, then open and close bracket. L into W. Yeah, right in the bracket. Yeah, L that into W. Here after bracket semicolon.
You need to give small w.
No, now this what do you say? Highlight it. No, don't do that. W control plus Z. Do control, yeah.
Yeah,
Highlight the, select that. Debug log. Yeah, it's correct now.
Okay. Now open your code, Shruti. Debug. This area equal to length multiplied by width. Okay. Now we also have a with the combination of pi. This is length and width will be, what is this area?
It is the area of rectangle, ma'am. If it is a circle, if we want to calculate for the circle area, we go with the pi r square.
Okay. So here this is the rectangular area. Now for the circular one, how do we do that?
Ma'am, that's a decimal, right? In that point, it will be coming. Then it will
Right.
not
So
be
that's what
included
I
in the
want you guys to try it. Decimal, how it will work. So when you go for a circle,
You
let's
need to keep
implement
the
the
double,
circle here.
double as a data.
Okay, it does not work it here.
Integer will take only the numbers. It will neglect the decimal portions.
So what is the output if I will get it if I go for a circle?
Error value will get, madam. Not proper.
Can you guys show me that, how to know that?
I am not able to share screen, madam, actually.
Okay.
I will
Now
tell.
can you share your screen? Let me give you the access. Now can you share your screen?
Ma'am, I have to log in, madam. 1 second. Login Salesforce.
Ma'am, quick question. For me, I'm not able to see the debug log in the bottom. You're clicking right in the checkbox. I'm not able to see that. Is there any way that I could click some options to bring it back? It was
You are
visible
using,
yesterday.
you are using the Mac or you are using the Windows?
Windows only I'm using.
Okay, by default that option will be available. Can you give me your credentials? In the meantime, I'll check it here.
Like you mean the username and password?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll send.
Raj, are you going to share the screen?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah. What is your question, madam? What have to be?
Area of circle.
Ma'am, it's showing error, ma'am. You're doing from illegal assignment from integer to decimal.
That how you guys are doing it? Why you are using a decimal? With the integer itself, we have to go for it.
And pi value we will get 3.47 like that, man.
Show me the error.
Pi value I will take default, madam.
Whatever you guys want to implement, basically I want to find the circle of area. We need to calculate the circle area.
Declare a variable for area and then execute.
Can anyone share the pi value?
3.14.
3.14.
Raj, if we want to go with without hard coding the pi value, no 3.14, we can go with the math function like math.py.
Yeah.
You can assign some value to R.
Yeah, and this
You
one
haven't
value
assigned.
assigned
Radius.
to R.
No, decimal radius equal to or integer radius equal to in the line 1. Equal to assign the radius value.
And you can remove that second line. It is not required.
Pi into R square.
Need to add plus there.
$6.1544.
I think
Okay.
it dynamically took the value as we haven't assigned anything. Yeah. If we assign integer, then you should get an error.
Mm-hmm.
One second, I will shift that and check. Actually, I given integer itself. Right?
Remove comments for integer.
Why we
Integer
need a
area.
decimal there? You are not assigning the R equal to 14. 14 is the integer. Why you require a decimal there?
You can remove the comments for integer area and write the logic 3.14 area is equal to 3.14 into R there. Yeah. And call the variable instead of logic in the system.debug. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Here the error.
Area you have assigned the integer, no?
Yeah.
If it is coming as decimal, so change the data type decimal.
6.15. Okay.
Okay, so what you guys have done it. So have you understood what is happening, why it is working? Why it is working?
Yes.
But depends on output, we have to assign the variable, ma'am, right?
Depends on output.
We have to assign the variable.
Raj, can you go to the debug screen once, please?
That what is the output? How to assign
Yes,
it?
ma'am. Hello.
1.4.
Yeah. So whatever, no, we are using here completely wrong. Why you guys are going for the decimal? Just want to implement it with the integer. We have not yet gone for the decimal. Just with the integer, how can you go for it?
Ma'am, if we don't declare a decimal also, this 3.14, we can write in the system debug and we can declare this, write the value with that. Instead of R, we can write 14, then also the amount, so this area will be coming the same. We
Yeah.
don't need to write the second one.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I agree with that. But why you guys are using here decimal? With the integer, I wanted to implement the integer one.
There is a float value right now.
Now my question is, with the integer, can you guys implement the circle, area of circle?
We cannot do it, ma'am. Like if you use integer, then the data type conflict will be there. So you cannot.
Yeah, show me the error, how the error will be displayed. Show me the error.
Change the decimal to integer and execute. Data type exception error will come. Can you change the decimal to integer and execute?
Illegal
Yes.
assignment for decimal to integer.
Illegal assignment, right? It's not a data, the value does not change. It's not the different error. It's an illegal assignment. So it's not only here the illegal assignment. If you go anywhere, right? So whatever the data type is there and what is the value you are assigning it. So this is the data type and this side it is a value. If your data type is a string and if you are assigning the value of integer, then what is the error you will get? Illegal assignment. If your data type is integer and if you are assigning the value of decimal, you will receive the illegal assignment, right? So whenever your data type does not match with the value, then you will see the error called illegal assignment. Right, illegal assignment could be from any data type to any data type. So whatever the data type you are specifying it, so that value should be associated to the same one. Now, if we go back here, the one which we are implementing. Now let me go back. Now, integer A is 30 and integer, let's say L equal to some 20. So this is a simple straightforward which we can implement L multiplied by A or W, whatever the logic is there. So where I'm trying to find the rectangle. So here this is the L and this is the W. So system.debug, then I'm going to give here output a rectangle of area, which will be the multiplication of L multiplied by W, which is works fine, perfectly fine. Now I can execute this, highlight this, execute the highlighted one. Now if I see here, now I'm getting the 600. This is perfectly fine. It works perfectly fine if I have the data. Now let's say if I give a length and width, so let's say length if I'm giving it 8. And if I try to execute it, execute the highlighted one, immediately I see. Right? Even if I'm declaring any dot, it does not accept. Any dot, it does not accept. Now, if I'm trying to find out the circle, right? If I want to find out the different triangular one, right? Triangular is also required, some kind of a decimal. The output will be the decimal. Now, sometimes what we will do is, now I'm receiving the output. Let's say I'm doing it here. I'm declaring the radius r equal to 30. And directly I'm doing it here. What is the pi value? 3.14. 3.14 and then multiply by whatever the r 2 times. Now this is the value I'm getting it. Let's say this is the output. Now this output, I want to store it in the integer. This output, I want to store in the integer. Integer result equal to, this is the output I wanted to store. And let me print here result. What will happen if I execute it? I will get an illegal assignment. I will get illegal assignment. Now, how can I store it? My output has to be in the integer. Now, how can I store this? I don't want the data type to be changed. I don't want data type to be changed. This is the output is coming as a decimal, which I know, but I wanted to store finally into the integer. I wanted to store the value in the integer. Maybe before the dot, whatever the value is there, we want to just get the output. Do the calculation with the decimal, but get me the output in the integer. Because in future, in coding, further in the coding, I only need a data type of integer value. We do not need a data type of decimal.
Ma'am, can we do the type conversion over there, ma'am? Type conversion.
So what we have here,
Typecasting.
From value of decimal to the integer, can we do that? Before
typecasting, which is called as a typecasting, where it is called as a converting. I'm converting from one data type to another data type, which is a typecasting. Now here I need the output in the integer. That's okay. If I'm not getting the after dot, I'm not getting the value, that's okay. But I need the output in integer itself. So in those scenarios, what we will do, we will go for a typecasting, which is converting. Whoever is new to this, we call it as a typecasting. So what I'll do, I know the output is a decimal. I know the output is a decimal. This decimal, I want to convert into the integer. So in order to convert this to integer, what we will use is integer dot value of. Now let me execute this. Execute the highlighted one. Debug only. Now it says that 2826. 2826. Now if I execute it without this result, if I directly give this value here, right? I'm executing both of them. This is rectangular of area typecasting. Now let me execute these two. Execute the highlighted one. Duplicate R. Okay. Click on this, execute the highlighted one. Click on a debug value. Now, just putting in the system.debug, what is happening? It gives me whatever the after dot is there, the values are, I'm going to get it. Now, if I convert the integer value, which is a typecasting, I'm getting the output of, this output is decimal. From this decimal, we are doing the typecasting, which is we are converting from decimal to integer. From decimal to integer. Which are the data type we wanted to convert? Specify that data type here, integer. Dot value of. Can you guys do that now? Try this, integer dot value of. If you want to, this is to convert the decimal to integer. Can you guys try it? Anybody is getting any error when you convert it?
Right.
It's working now.
Okay. How about others?
Yes, ma'am, it's working.
Right. So this is how we use a typecasting. This is just for a decimal to integer. Now let's say you want to convert from integer to string. This is converting the decimal to integer. So far we have seen string also. Now converting string to integer. And similarly, we have a converting integer to string. Right? So converting integer to string. So that means I have a string here. Let's say new number. I'm giving some number here, 354. If I try to execute it, it will give me illegal assignment from integer to string. Now what I'll do, string dot value of, I'm going to specify this. If I execute this, it will execute it. I'm converting the integer to string. So new number will be 3453, which is in the string format. Now, if you observe here, it is in the double quotes. Now, coming to the second one, converting a string to integer. Converting the string to integer. The first one is integer to string is fine. Now, next one is string to integer. That means I have a data type here, integer, and let's say here, num3 equal to, I'm providing the string here. Now, if you are giving some string here, let's say you are giving some name. Right, this is how you are giving it. Now, if you try to execute this, it will give the illegal assignment. Now you want to convert this integer dot value of. Integer dot value of. Now what will happen? What is the output I'll get it if I convert this? Because here I have a string, which is a NAME is a string. These are the numbers, that's okay. But if I convert this string to integer, what is the output I'm going to get it?
Only 23242 value.
Okay, how about others? What is the output am I going to get it?
Only the integer value.
Now click on this, execute highlighted. Type exception, invalid integer. Type exception, invalid integer. If cannot do this. I'm getting the type exception in case if there is a string is available. Let's say if I have without string, how about now? Okay, maybe there is a name is there, so that's the reason it is not able to convert it. But let me remove the name here. Now, how about this one? Click on this execute highlighted. It is executed. So it will not remove the other string. If your string contains the number, then only it is going to convert it. In case if your string contains the letters, it gives you the error type exception. This is type exception. And the first one, whatever we have seen, this one is an illegal assignment. These are the different errors. You need to remember the errors also. System.type exception, this one. Here, everyone. So cylinder calculator, we have a cylinder calculator. Cylinder calculator formula is pi 3.14 multiply by, you need to provide one value, multiply by d square minus, that means d multiply by d minus, you need to declare another value by 4. So how do you do this? So, and the output has to be a, so declare initialize these values and the output should be in integer. That's the first one. Guys, square of circle is the formula is a equal to, it says is a multiplied by a, and the output should be displayed in string. Initialize by the name and number. Both should be the different one. Initialize a name variable as well as the number variable. Then concatenate, then store the number, store the name plus number, and display the output in integer. Display the output in integer. Second one, take the initialize the name and number as a string. Take the string number and display the output in integer.
Just the first scenario isn't possible. You have to, can we just paste the error, man?
Yeah, you need to paste the error.
Okay.
Volume of a right circular cylinder. The formula is 3.14 multiplied by R multiplied by R multiplied by H. This is the formula and display the output in string. Now the last one is initialize the two values. Initialize the integer and num2. The addition display the output here. Then do the multiplication and display the output string. Then do the subtraction the output in integer. Do the addition plus multiplication, addition output plus multiplication output plus subtraction output divided by 3.14. Multiplied by 3.14 and display the output in integer in string. Display the output in string. There are the 5 homeworks. Okay, so that's it for today.